I just think you're leaving money on the table. That's all.
Hamburgers too, because I don't sell them.
Sell them at the same time, yo. Double down on it, bro.
Okay, I'm really upset that this donation marker is refusing to show up on stream. But again, as we hop to game number 2 in the best of 9 show match series, we're at $755 for the kids. Thank you all who have supported so far. Hopefully we'll see some more before we're done. We got another $20 donation just now from Mr. Dooley, M. Dooley? I'm sorry, I'm saying this so wrong. $20 regardless to say from Dominion. Thank you.
All right.
Shoutouts. M. Dooley Oblongata. Word.
Dude,
all right, lads,
TLO's
hit me
in
up
this
with
one.
that intro.
Oh,
hit me up with
it's on us. All right. Well, ladies and gentlemen, it's time for another game here. The World Vision Give Me a Shelter 2019 Meme Dream with Base Trade and LiquidTV, and it's been a great time so far with huge community support. Mr. Maximus Black,
yeah,
hit me up with the sound of adopting another StarCraft player in Canada.
Welcome, eh?
What did you got? A little
I was really hoping you
there
did a
somehow.
German accent for TLO. Like, oh, it's nice to yeah.
Well, guten Tag. All right, so down here in the bottom right-hand side, we've got, of course, the man, the myth, the Canadian now legend, LiquidTLO. Up in the top left, we've got Harstem, the one-man army.
Straight up.
Just absolute animal.
Kind of cool thing about TLO, by the way, not only because he's in Canada, obviously, but he's also now part of the WCS North America system, which is really throwing people for a loop because they're like, wait, why is TLO playing in North America, right? Easy money, question mark? But no, he's just qualified to play in the region now because he's no longer in Europe. Again, getting married, he's moved over here. You check his Twitter, he's constantly, like, he's just all over the place. TLO's been doing some cool stuff. But the funny thing is, while TLO came to Canada, we gained him for North America. In the same step, we ended up kind of losing Kella Zur, who moved to the Netherlands. So, trading out of Zur for Terran.
Rip the dream. Well,
I was gonna make a Dave Chappelle reference, but I'm gonna like not.
Good.
Yeah.
See, that gets questionable right there.
Yeah.
Love that man to death.
Yeah, I feel like I know where you're going with that too. So yeah no. All right. Well, Harstem's been on a tear. Is this going to be finally the end of his reign thus far? I'm not going to lie. I feel a little conflicted right now because I like to root for my Protoss, but I'm still rooting for TLO for this match.
Yeah, I mean, I'm TLO the whole way, even though he's up against a very obviously scary opponent right now in Harstem, who is now getting real confident. I mean, he's 2 for 2.
Yep.
Yeah,
so he's got all the confidence today, and he's
Solon.
warmed up.
Yeah, that's if you can knock out those two, theoretically you should be able to knock out TLO.
The man, the myth, the
But
legend.
TLO is Mr. Mr. Creative. He's really
One-off
smart
man.
and quick with his play. He's got some of the highest APM in the world. You guys will see that during this game, I'm sure. And he gets a really great scout to see the Stargate open here with those lings, too. We got a donation coming in just now from Zastil, by the way. $10 to say, I can live without burgers. Do you sell Subway sandwiches?
Oh my.
Chicken, though. No, yeah, sure. Come get it, dude. Real quick, too, guys, because we had Bobo Bag of Barnyard Cheers and Bits. I just want to remind you guys, I'll be taking whatever the value of the bits at the end of today are, and I'll be adding that to the World Vision thing. So if you guys, you got a couple of bits lying around, but you don't have much in your PayPal account, that will also go towards this charity. I only get to do charity events like once a year. I want to go all out with this one, folks. So any bits you add, I will personally match the price of and add to the charity later. But
and if we reach
this
$4,000 today, Rifkin is going to start selling hamburgers on BasetradeTV.
Don't you dare!
Don't say it, Adam.
One thing I want to highlight to you two, though, because this map is one of the new maps, and it's got some gimmicks to it I should highlight really quick.
Oh,
First off, you'll notice there's very few destructible rocks. Instead, there's 5 mineral patches. You can mine these out with 1 work or 1 trip and open up pathways to the middle of the map, but also in a back door to your opponent's third base. We've seen this a lot where people sneak 2 workers across the map just to open a sneaky way back in. The other part of it, too, is this is the only map in the entire map pool for like 4 years that has had a rich Vespine geyser. These geysers mine 8 gas per trip. If Bly was playing this game, you would see Bly take this base first every single time.
Wow. So it's only the third base that has that?
No, it's these ones, the riskier ones in the middle of the map are the only ones.
Oh, the riskier ones. I was gonna say that. Okay, I was gonna say that's heck.
See, they got the purple gas.
Okay.
Opposed to the green gas.
Oh,
Shit.
dude,
it's 8 gas per trip. It
That's
is a
lot
lot of
gas.
freaking gas.
That's a lot of
I
gas,
see
dude.
here, TLO, this isn't a miss rally. He's going to be mining out this mineral patch so that the middle of the map is opened up to him a little bit faster for rallying through. It looks so silly, but it's just as simple as that.
Damn.
Oh, well, here comes the little warp prism. He's been seen pretty quick, though, so at least TLO knows it's coming. He just doesn't know what yet. Here's
4 high temps.
the high temps being
2
warped
Archons.
in, and I'm shocked, Jeff. We're seeing an Archon play from Harstem against a Zerg. It's never been done before, and it will never be done again.
Until next game.
Lads, we just got a $100 donation from Rhoda
Let's
again.
go.
Hashtag for the hamburger goal.
No!
Oh, you've done it. You've done it. Literally, here,
I'll see you at court, Adam.
it's gonna be a freaking
That
barbecue
cork
stream.
is going to be delicious.
It's gonna be the food court, Adam.
Oh, God. That was a good joke. I like that.
That was solid.
That was fire.
All right, well, he's working his way up here. Going to get rid of some more lings. Does not want to fold those down one more time because he's one volley off of losing one of those Archons. Once again, I mean, listen, we know what Harstem is doing this game. He's got out was the Oracle out? Let me see here. Yeah, the Oracle is still out. Didn't lose that yet. And he's going to keep this Oracle alive the entire game. And we're talking some serious value on one Oracle. It's insane.
I mean, we saw the amount of stasis traps that went off versus Solar. That may or may not happen with TLO, but one thing's for sure, if that Oracle's alive, it's going to be casting Revelation and have eyes on the army. But sadly, it didn't do it yet, so these Roachers catch him a little off guard. The Archon's going to have to be recalled back home because they're on the wrong side of the map for this fight. And TLO's attack is just overwhelming. The numbers of the army double that of Harstem's.
The music on Mr. Miyagi's donation could not have been more
This is
aptly timed
appropriately
for this
timed,
attack.
yeah.
This is a huge attack. He's going to split up. I think TLO might actually have him against the ropes right now, boys.
Well, I think he's going to stay alive here, but it's going to come at a serious price. He's going to lose a lot of probes, and he's probably even going to lose his third base here. Beautiful
this
micro
Warp Prism,
with these
though, is doing
Immortals.
God's work.
Yeah. Beautiful, beautiful Warp Prism micro. Gonna lose a lot of probes, and he's gonna actually keep his third alive as well. A bunch of lings are coming, so he really needs to be careful here. Some big warp-in cycles coming. A couple of Zealots just kind of soaking up all the damage. And, yeah, he should be able to hold this now that the third Immortal is out. That was a beautiful counterattack, and the first time that we've seen a Zerg really hit Harstem that hard at this time in the game, which could possibly be the differentiator from all the other games previous.
Yeah, the Spire is like a nose hair away from finishing right now, and with that attack and putting Harstem kind of back on his heels for a bit, that's actually kind of really opened up an opportunity for TLO to get that Muta stuff going faster and be more effective too. Because it's just not allowed Harstem to do what he did the last couple of games, which was keep his opponent against the ropes, constantly attacking with that Warp Prism, poking away and making it happen and building up his army. And right now, he's kind of like locked in on stuff that's not going to do a heck of a lot against it, kind of the first couple of waves of Muta, especially if his Archon count is so low.
I do want to highlight this, though. Because of that attack we talked about and a little bit of drone mining out of the back door, TLO's got another way back into this third base. And Harstem's economy is already in shambles compared to that TLO, having to abandon this third again. Even if all the probes don't die, just pulling off of mining is devastating for Harstem right now.
Yeah, that's massive. And he's gonna hold it, but you know, at a like you just said, his economy is shot. I mean, 24 probes killed compared to the 3 drones, and we're seeing something happen this game that TLO is also doing that the other Zergs hasn't, is the creep spread. The creep spread is just about at the front door. What?
Well, I'll see, you know what else is at the front door? The entire army of TLO ready to bust through. He breaks the door immediately for the Lings. The Ravagers follow this up. There's not a bunch of Phoenix in play, so these Mutas they trigger all the barriers on the Immortals. Now they have none of those shields to keep them alive. They have to dance away from these Ravagers. No Warp Prism for Sick Micro. Harstem might just barely hold on to this, but if he does, it will be just barely.
I mean, if he loses all these Immortals and oh man, that last little bit of Zealots to come out to help push it back, man, those Immortals are putting in an unholy amount of work right now for Harstem. That was, 15 and 19 kills on those 2 Immortals. That's crazy.
I got to give some credit to Harstem, though, because behind this, he was still probing, right? He got his work account at this third finally back up. And while he was behind TLO for some time, he's finally caught back up.
Yeah. No, income is, dead even right now. That's coming in, which is very impressive considering.
If he could split this, that'd be great, and that's what he's trying to do. But Harstem's already pre-split, anticipating this. So Immortal left behind the main wall. Roaches coming to the third base again from that back door, little pylon, but not gonna have the opportunity. Ends up falling back. But the force field catches the Roaches.
Oh man.
Oh, that's savagery right there, unfortunately for TLO, and he's just going to try and do any kind of damage now because he knows all of those roaches are gone, and that just wasn't worth. Yeah, that was just highly unfortunate. And here comes the Phoenix to make sure nothing else is coming, and I imagine he's going to be considering attacking for himself here.
Harstem went from basically those Immortals just being god tier with the Warp Prism Micro, keeping him alive straight up, to now being ahead in this game. He's ahead. Yeah.
We've just surpassed $1,000, by the way, with the last couple of big donations from Mr. Miyagi, Rhoda, and all the little ones, of course, in between. But Mr. Miyagi and Rhoda, again, with each $100 and 101 cents for Mr. Miyagi. This is $1,082 dead even, despite that 1 cent donation. We have $1,082 raised.
Hashtag for Burger Trade TV.
Stop.
It's gonna be... Wow.
So one of the key things for TLO while it's going on, through all these attacks, failure or success, he did keep his tech going. He's not coming into this against a brick wall with nothing behind it. His upgrades coming up on +2 range. He's got Hydra range now finished up too. And frankly, a lot of Hydralisks in general. Mr. Miyagi, I promise you we'll read your message in a bit. Just let's wait for this huge fight to finish first.
Yeah, this is actually a lot more dangerous. Very nice force fields again. Very dangerous for Harstem here because, like Jeff was saying earlier, first time that Harstem's actually had to deal with a Zerg that's managed to creep the entire way across the map. And so even if the Zerg here, even if TLO's retreating, he's going to have a lot easier of a time, and Harstem's not going to kind of get those as easy picks on the split up armies as he did in games previous.
What's really nice for TLO, though, he's going to force the fight. Yeah, I was going to say, he doesn't have to. He could just contain Harstem to 3 bases and take over the whole map while this goes on. That's kind of what he's been doing, but Harstem doesn't want to let that happen, so he pushes down the ramp. Somehow the storms are not killing the Hydras, but they're pushing him back.
Yeah, and he was doing exactly, or TLO was doing exactly what he had to do in order to really stay strong in this game. Huge storms are going down right now. He is going to be able to clean up virtually this entire army. The High Templar are getting lower and lower on energy, but what I loved what TLO was doing there is he was basically just holding up front. He wasn't trying to end the game there. He didn't even really want to fight. He just wants to keep his opponent at bay while he continues to tech. That Hive tech is coming. I'm sure we're going to be trying to get into Broodlords now the Corruptors are starting to come out. It was just really about buying time, but Harstem is not dumb. He kind of figured out what was going on, and I think probably in the back of his head is, I can't sit here on 3 base forever. My opponent is definitely going to be basing up. I need to move out, because the longer he waits, the more he's allowing TLO to get that tech, that game-ending tech, really, especially if he's sitting on 3 bases.
I love this from Marine Lord, by the way, in the chat. One of the other players waiting to play is TLO, the NA Hope.
That's right.
NA StarCraft has never looked this good.
The great NA Hope 2019 TLO making it happen right now. He's getting his way into a greater spire, and it looks like we're seeing that that end game Zerg that Jeff was just alluding to. But at the same time, we're getting to that end game toss. We're seeing a Tempest now being produced, and we're going to be getting into some jostling for position here on the map, boys.
Some really important details there. While it did die, the Observer before dying did confirm the Hive tech. Now, it didn't see the Greater Spire, but let's be honest, nobody makes Ultras. It's going to be Broodlords. Everybody knows it, including Harstem in this game. Thank you for the 200 bits. Mr. Miyagi's message, though, he wanted me to read this specifically, so let me just go scroll back for that really quick. He said, with $100 and 1 cent, said, did somebody say burgers? Yes, Adam did, and I've asked him to shut the front door about it.
Don't forget the bacon, don't forget the bacon.
Mothership on the way, boys. Two Tempest, on the way as well.
This is actually interesting because we've had the Mothership kind of phase out of the meta for a lot of players. Neural Parasite's just way too easy to take advantage of in a lot of cases, so some Protoss players are just skipping it entirely. Seeing Harstem still go for it isn't out of the norm, but just so we're all aware, this is kind of getting phased out by some players right now. So it's cool to see the Mothership at all.
Yeah. Well, in the shitty league that I play in, you just never see motherships. It's just cheese fest after cheese fest after cheese fest, and I partake in that cheese fest. So it is nice to see tier 3 units.
Is Cheese Fest like Beer Fest, but way less alcohol? Is that all the difference is?
Yeah, all cheese.
Okay, well,
See, I'm kind of in the same category. It's basically proxy Thor or die trying, so I also never see a mothership. This is great. The Overseer's going to see the Observer, so eyes take away from Harstem, make it a little bit difficult to split. He's thrown in a lot of shield batteries here in anticipation of this attack, but I don't know if they'll finish in time. Those Broodlords are already on the front lines.
Yep. Scary here. This is very, very scary. Couple of Tempests. When I say couple, I mean like 5. Gonna do some damage, but I don't know if it's gonna be enough. You've got the Vipers. Gonna be beautiful feedback on the Viper. Keeping these Tempests alive is gonna be the show. As long as you can keep these alive. Oh, nice, nice little pick off there.
I have to say that Harstem Storms and just the use of the high temp in general has been basically perfect this entire game. I don't think he's had a misfire on a storm or anything with any of his high temp this entire time, and it's been huge. It's been keeping him alive.
There's a counterattack that goes off. This draws the army back home, but for TLO, backing away, I think here was the right choice. He doesn't have to commit to trying to kill those Tempests. He just has to commit to denying the 4th base, which he did successfully. I hate to say it, but Harstem might just be starved out of this game, and it's one of those not ends with a bang, but with a whimper type situations if he can't get this 4th economy going at some point. Yeah,
and it's going to boil down to, like, even if Harstem takes a decent battle, say it's 200 versus 200, they go out there, they fight it out, Harstem still stays alive, he's got the better of them, he's got to work his way all the way across the map, and with so many hatcheries, he can remax instantly, and he's just going to end up losing regardless. So it's precisely that. Keep killing that 4th, keep building up your tech, keep banking those minerals and gas, and eventually it's just going to be GG. There's just really not much you can do about it.
Look, on the other side of this TLO, you win this big boy. I'm going to get you the sexiest poutine you've ever seen. Welcome to Canada. Make it happen. Man, these storms are just absolutely heinous.
Oh, my God.
Oh, my God, no!
Oh, my God. What
the ground force is obliterated!
Oh.
Jeff, when you were younger, did you ever go in the backyard and just throw the ball around with your dad?
Yeah, I did.
Because that's pretty much what we're seeing right now. We're seeing throws unbelievable. Could not have stood in those storms any harder.
Yeah.
That guy was starring and singing in the freaking rain. Just stood there and took it like a champion.
Yeah.
And that's allowed Harstem to get out here. And now, if he wanted to, he can have a way easier job of getting that 4th up that he's desperately needed for so long.
Yo, Harstem also just sniped off the Greater Spiral this went on, too. So no more Broodlords for a considerable amount of time. Now, they lose the Warpers and the Zealots, but well worth the cost, I'd say. I can't believe that fight happened the way it did.
Yeah, why did he stand there? Like, did he just say YOLO?
He got tired. He needed a break.
If we could go back and look at the replay, I think he was probably distracted for a second because TLO is not the type of player to make a throw like that. Honestly, mistakes happen in StarCraft 2, but not like that. He must have looked away for just that wrong moment.
Damn. We were just sitting there talking him up on how well he was doing denying, and then,
he got denied.
Yeah,
by
guys.
himself.
Did I tell you I found players well matched for each other, or did I find players that were well matched for each other?
You did it. With a little assistance, but you did it.
You did it.
This has been such a really, the first game I felt spoiled. This game feels so great. Obviously, charity for the kids adds some extra karma to it, but this is all kinds of feels good if you're a StarCraft fan. But TLO, despite losing that first army, has another one ready to fight with. Hydras and Roaches are just as dangerous as those Broodlords, but he can't get close enough to take this fight. However, he's been doing what we talked about, and he keeps shutting down this 4th base.
Yeah, and here I was saying that it'd be easier for him to get it up here, but, TLO is obviously not letting that happen to the best of his ability. And really, I mean, as many Tempests as we have in this mothership putting in work, it's still going to be really difficult. And like we mentioned before, he's on a timer here. He's going to run out of resources. And then, like you said as well, Riff, it's just going to be kind of like going out with a whimper or a Xeno Warrior Princess Cry, which, I'd be down for hearing right now.
Dude, I've actually just recently had this conversation on Twitter with someone else. When I was young, I really didn't see why people thought Lucy Lawless was hot, but as an adult, I praise her for the queen she is. Yeah, now I understand as an adult. As a kid, I was like, Xena's stupid.
Wine.
Smoke show.
Exactly.
Smoke show.
Dude, her in Ash vs. Evil Dead.
Smoke show. She'd get all of it.
Whoa.
Yep.
Whoa, I said nobody goes ultra.
Nobody.
No, I'm not going to follow it
no
up.
hashtag on that one.
Yeah.
No, I'm swapping topics because we have chitinous plating and researching. I just realized nobody builds ultras in this matchup. But I guess the one time that an ultralisk would be really effective is when there's a low immortal count and mostly Tempest in the Sky. These are not going to kill the Ultras. TLO making a tech swap like this is not something I saw coming, but it's a nice move.
Well, it's TLO, you know, sometimes you gotta get spicy in order to get the upper hand, especially after you stood underneath like 17 storms and kind of threw your tech away. So they, you know, I'm down for that. I'm down for seeing some Ultra. Jeff, are you prepping your Ultra sound effect as we speak? Are you prepared?
I'm always down for the Ultra sound effect.
All right, you can put that on tap because it's going to be coming up here pretty soon. And those Vipers, I feel like, are going to make a big difference in how this plays out.
Is the Ultra sound effect like what you do to detect a baby, or the sound an Ultralisk makes?
It's the sound of an Ultralisk.
I mean, both if you try hard enough.
I suppose. Well,
this upgrade, by the way, that some of you guys...
Ooh! More storms!
Storms.
Heavy storms!
I'm about to start calling Harstem a frickin' meteorologist here if he just keeps this crap up. He's been absolutely...
Adam with the jokes.
Tearing it apart.
Adam with the
You're the
jokes.
dad, and I'm bringing the jokes.
Adam
Let's
with
go.
the jokes.
This
I'm
dude
loving
is
the
not,
peanut
I
gallery.
keep saying he hasn't missed a storm. All of this has been perfect this whole time. It's been insane. Every
Dude, I'm
single one
really
of them.
appreciating... There's like this peanut gallery of the pro players in chat. You get you Thermal just shouting, "Do it, TLO! A-move him!"
There you go.
Just make it happen.
Do it.
But I want to talk about an upgrade that came out because this is something fairly new that still you don't see too often because of how rare Ultras are made. And yes, there's no Ultras made yet, guys, but they got the Anabolic Synthesis upgrade, which makes them run much faster off of creep. It also creates this little almost like drag of wind behind them. It's kind of cool to see. So when you see the Ultras out, they might look a little different. Just explaining what that is really quick.
Nice. So basically, Kenyan Ultras. That's
Power thirst.
that's what we're going with this. All right, great. Huge revelation on top of that army, which is going to be massive,
For
so we can
God's
see everything.
sake, don't walk down that ramp, TLO. For God's sake,
don't do it.
Please. All right, this
Well,
is
it goes
better.
around it.
All right,
Blinding
that's good.
clouds
That's a
on the
good
ground. There's
surround.
the abduct on the mothership.
Oof. That's huge. Can he get the massive storms down?
Whoa!
Oh
Time
my
warp!
God!
Nobody! Oh my God! These time warps are huge. Units inside the time warp move slower, shoot slower. TLO basically lost half of his DPS through this fight because he sat in 2 giant time warps.
Damn, that was
Wow.
massive. Taking the worst situation and making it best case scenario. It looks like he is still going to lose. No, he's not. He's going to push him back. And
So many
my God.
Tempests. I mean, as good as Overlords are at fighting, they're not that good, so he's going to have to get out of there. He didn't have a heck of a lot left to actually fight with.
Jeez, man.
But just another massive fight with more insane storms. TLO at least avoided some of the damage by not just walking right down that ramp and taking it like a champion.
All right, boys.
But at the same time, it was still rough.
We have a mini game we like to play on the channel. We're going to do that real quick with y'all, okay? Guess, before we show it on the screen, how many Hydras do you all think have died this game? Jeff and
Too
Adam,
many.
get any guesses?
I'm going to go with 216.
216. I'm going to
I'll
go
go with
with
100.
I was going to say 93.
All right, chat, throw your guesses in. 3, 2, 1. 66 Hydras have died this game. Way off,
So I was
Adam.
right.
Yeah, you got it, Adam.
What are you, 206? That was in Canadian Hydra list.
But-
So it's actually
89
66.
probes have died as well. Holy
It's actually
shit.
66. The conversion
So
kinda
much death.
It catches you on the conversion. It's like when you're Canadian and you're playing the prices right on the TV and you're guessing at the car cost and
Guys,
you're like way off.
That's
where I'm at.
It's not looking good. Yeah.
Harstem went to the
my
wrong neighborhood.
goodness. TLO wins!
He's been defeated.
Power of North America!
He's been
Let's
defeated.
go!
He's been defeated. He's been defeated.
Do it!
Okay, guys, let's get that refresh. Where are we at right now with our charity fundraising goal out of our very ambitious $4,000 goal? We have $1,082 raised. We've got a lot of little messages to get caught up on, and we'll do that in just a moment. Just so you guys are aware, though, next up is going to be Game 3. We're going to take a small break while I try and see if I can fix this